Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a makeup which is inspired by Jodie from Killing Eve. I found a couple of really awesome inspirational pictures of her online, and this is the end result. So let's go back to the beginning and let's get started. So I'm going to start off with the brows. Now in this look she has quite taupey, almost grey coloured brows, so we're going to go for that. I'm going to use my Brow Wow from e.l.f. It's got it right here, and let's just start by brushing that back into the brows. Her brows in this look are quite exaggerated as well, which I love, so I'm going to give that a go as well. I'm going to couple that with the It Cosmetics Brow Power Universal Taupe Pencil. I'm going to start with my arch actually, because her arch is really well defined, so I'm just going to take my pencil like this. If you've watched my brow video, you'll see how to measure the brows. So that's where my arch is going to be. And I'm going to take a spoolie here just to get rid of some excess. And this brush is clean, so I'm just using to carve out that tail. I always end up making one of my brows look more square than the other one. Okay, sisters not twins, that's what we have to remember. Otherwise we will drive ourselves bonkers. Okay, so next up she's got this really gorgeous pinky, peachy eye. So I'm going to take my Illamasqua cream colour, and I'm going to put this all over my eyes. That colour right there. This one is Cream Pigment in Androgen. Androgen, I can't say it. But I'm sure if you looked it up online you can find it. Alright, so I'm going to take my spatula and just... I'm going to take my spatula. Ooh, I'm going to take my spatula and just take a little bit of that product out. And then I'm going to use a concealer brush here from my Kitco. This is a 3.5. And I'm just going to go over my eyes there. I like how pigmented these colours are. Point your brush down to get quite close to your lash line. I'm also going to go underneath. Okay, now we're going to take a blending brush. I'm going to use my Hodu Dome Fluff brush, and I'm just going to blend that up. Now I like these brushes in particular because they are very, very soft. And for me, as somebody that puts makeup on other people a lot, I like to use brushes that are really soft. It just feels so much nicer. If I was depositing colour underneath the eye with this brush, not just blending a colour that's already existing, I might not go straight in with this because it's quite large and it could make a mess. But for moving around a cream, works very well, very well. So I've got my squeaky chair again today. I've got 2 chairs in my kitchen that I'm waiting to upholster. I have all the things to upholster them, just haven't done it yet. I'm going to do it today. Okay, that looks great to me. What I'm going to do actually is take a little bit more of my cream colour and deposit it very close to my lash line. On both tops and bottoms. Like that. Okay, and so I'm going to top this with an eyeshadow, and I've chosen from my Urban Decay Born to Run palette, I'm going to use Still Shot. Alright, so as not to dirty up 25,000 brushes, I'm going to use my Kitco brush again and just cover one side of that brush in the product and then just tap off the excess so you don't end up with it all over your face. Pointing downwards, pushing in, and then turning the brush around to coat the rest of the lid. And that really amplifies that colour. I'm going to do another layer of that. And then I'm going to place it under the eye as well. Okay. And then I'm going to take my blending brush again and just blend that into the eye. And then under. So the colour, the bulk of the colour is actually all on the lid, and then it just kind of, you can blend it up into the remnants of the cream shadow, so it fades out quite nicely. I'm actually going to add on top of that a little bit of a sheen. And I'm actually going to take the Dior palette, the Dior Backstage Warm Neutrals palette, and I'm going to be using this colour in the middle here. I'm going to take that same brush I used to put that eye colour on and just go over my lid here. This just adds a little bit of a gold touch to it. To be careful not to get it all over your face, which is what I just did. So make sure you tap that excess off. That just adds a little bit of a shimmer to that colour. Like that. I'm not going to do that underneath actually, I'm just going to leave it on the top. Next thing I am going to do though is I'm going to take my Urban Decay 24/7 pencil in, what colour is this? Demolition. And I'm going to do my Old Faithful underneath. This isn't black, it's a very, very dark brown. Okay, and next up I'm going to do my mascara. So I'm going to use my Lancome primer. Might just curl my lashes a touch actually. And I mean just a touch, because otherwise I end up with mascara all over my face. I just finished watching Killing Eve actually, which is where I first saw Jodie and thought she was an absolute stunner. So I think she deserved the video. Okay, and this is the It Superhero mascara. I'm just going to comb through that. Oh, I'm going to let that dry ever so slightly because I've just splodged it. Okay, and onto the cheeks. I'm going to be using, I don't know if anybody's heard of Poise makeup. This is a brand that we use a lot in the film industry. Well, I should say in America they've used it a ton in the film industry. It's all geared towards HD cameras, and they just brought it into Canada quite recently, and I love it. I've fallen in love with it. So I'm going to add a little bit of that to my cheeks, and I'm going to use my Kitco 022 brush. I'm going to put a little bit on my spatula, and I'm going to use this colour right here, and I can tell you it's called Beautiful. And it's nice because these are all interchangeable palettes. It's great. So I'm going to put a little bit on my spatula, and I'm going to see what these look like because I've not used them before. I'm going to do my usual thing of wiping off that excess because I don't want to end up with too much. Okay, that's beautiful. Now I've blended that in. Oh, I think it's gorgeous. Gorgeous. Okay. Let's put that down. Okay, and the next thing is a bit of bronzer. I'm going to be using my Well People loose bronzer, one of my faves, and I'm going to use my Kitco Pro 0.24 brush. This is for blush and a polishing brush, but I'm going to use it for bronzer. It's a nice shape to kind of get up onto the forehead. A little of this product goes a long way. Okay, next up I'm going to be using a little bit of MAC Soft and Gentle. This one is very well used. I'm just going to buff that in over the top of that blush. When I used to work at MAC, it was like, how much of this can I get all over my whole face? I loved it. That and Warm Soul, love those. Okay, I'm going to dab a little bit of this e.l.f. liquid highlighter on the high points of my face. I say the high points of my face, I'm literally just going to do it on the tops of my cheekbones. like that. It's very pretty. Okay, and next is the next challenging part. I already put some moisturiser on my lips because I'm actually going to do the classic Lady Danger lip from MAC, which I have right here. And I'm going to do, first off, I'm going to use my Bite lip pencil. This is 070. And then the MAC Lady Danger. Right, she's got like a really beautiful structured red lip going on in this. Now I have made a video about how to do a flawless red lip, so I'm going to use that structure that I use in that video. So the first thing I'm going to do is colour in my entire lip before I outline it. And I'm using the flat of the pencil, not straight on. So I've coloured in my entire lip, just a couple of millimetres shy of the actual lip line. I'm then going to take my 231 brush from MAC and I'm going to blend that into my lip. So that gives us a very diffused lip line, which still looks very lovely. But now I'm actually going to take my, oh, throwing things across the table. I'm going to take my Lady Danger and I'm going to use an angle brush for this. So I've taken my 110 My Gitco angle brush and I'm going to cover my entire brush in that Lady Danger. So just, now this lip pencil I've got on is slightly more pink and this lipstick is slightly more orange. And I'm hoping by combining the two, I'm going to come up with something that's quite similar to the colour she's wearing in the video, in the picture, sorry. All right, so what I'm going to do, and I explained this in my previous video, is with the point facing upwards on my lip line, I'm going to actually draw that shape. So like this, like that, rather than like this, it's going to be like that. And I'm going to kind of smile with my mouth closed while I do this. Now, the reason I'm doing it this way, because I just learnt actually from a very famous makeup artist, e.l.f, that it's just faster because the point of your angle brush draws the outline, but then the rest of the angle brush has colour on it, so it actually paints the lip at the same time. So just looking at her photo, I have it down here, her lip shape is quite full and it's kind of slightly rounded. If you look at my lips right now, both of them are a completely different shape, the two tops. So I'm going to try and make them similar. So I'm actually going to go from the bottom now and roll up because I feel like that gives you a slightly more rounded shape if you go from the bottom as opposed to if you go from the top and down. Do you see that? I've just kind of altered that slightly. So now it matches a bit more on this side, which has a tendency to always stay a bit rounder. Like that. Okay, same thing on the bottom now. I'm just going to load more product on. And I'm going to point my point down this time and start at the outside. Come round. Like this. And then if you tilt up your head, you can actually have a clearer idea of what's going on underneath your lip. Like I have a little bit of a double lip line right here. So sometimes it's my lipstick has to get really large for it to get even, which I don't, sometimes I like, sometimes I don't like. So now it's more even. You see that because I'm able to look now and cover up that double lip line, whereas when I'm like this, I can't always see it. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of powder to some areas on my face that I feel look a little shiny. And I'm actually using the Laura Mercier Translucent. So usually for me, it's the forehead, under the eyes, around the nose, maybe the chin. And there we have it. This look was inspired by Jodie from Killing Eve. I'm really happy I discovered this look because I think it's great. If you would like to follow me on Instagram, you can. I am the Lipstick Legend. If you'd like this video, please subscribe and leave me a comment. And I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.